In my last video, I explained about object, class, method, compiler, declaration and initialization of variables and types of operators. Those concepts are comes under C++, Java and C# because they all are has same features only. Okay. Today I am going to show you what is constructor, destructor. Okay, this constructor and destructor performs common operations in C++, Java and C#.NET. Okay, in this video I am going to show you the use of constructor and destructor using C# programs. First one, constructor. A constructor is a special type of method that is invoked automatically when you create an instance of a class. What is an instance of a class? Object is said to be an instance of a class. Whenever you are going to create an object, the constructor will be called automatically. Okay. Then a constructor is used to initialize the member of the class. What is the member of the class? Variables which are you are declaring inside the class is said to be members of the class. Okay. When you are assigning a value to the variable is said to be an initialization of the variable. Okay. Then the constructor must have the same name as the of its containing class name. The constructor name and the class name must be same. Okay. Then this program is written in C#. Okay. Using system, namespace, calc. The name of the namespace is calc here. What is the namespace? Namespace is a collection of classes. Okay. Then I am assigning a class. I am creating a class calculator. Then I am declaring static int number 1, number 2 and total. Okay. These are the variables which I declared in integer data type using static keyword. Okay, why I am using static here? I am going to use these variables throughout my class. Okay, that's why I am declaring in static keyword. Okay, then public void initialize. Initialize is a function. Okay, inside the function I am assigning a values to the variables which I declared in static. Okay, then public void add number. Inside this function, I gave total equal to number 1 plus number 2. That means number 1 value is 10, then number 2 value is 20, 20 plus 20, 30. The value will be stored in total variable. Okay. After that, I gave public void display number. Display number is a function. Inside that, I gave console.writeLine. Console.writeLine is used to print the values in output screen. Okay. Then I gave comma total. Whatever I am giving here, that value of the variable will display in output. Okay. Then public static void main string arguments. Inside that calculator space C1 equal to new calculator. What is this? This is said to be an This is said to be a class name. This is an object name. I created a object using new keyword. Okay, new keyword is used to create an object for the class which I declared here. Okay, then C1 dot initialize. This is an object name. Using that object name, I am going to invoke this function. Okay, first I invoke this function. That means what will happen? It assigns the values to the variable. Then I am invoking add num function. So add num function means what will happen? The operation will be performed and the value will be stored in this total variable. Okay. Then display number. What will happen? Console.writeLine. It will print the total is. Okay. It will print the total is. Then the value of the variable. Then it prints the value of the variable. That's all about this program. Okay. Then okay, the class name is class 1. Okay. Then inside that int number 1 and int number 2. Then I am creating a constructor here. See, class 1 method. Okay, this is a method which has the same name as its class name. Okay, then it is said to be a constructor. Then inside the constructor, what I did, I can assign a value directly. Okay, this is the other type. Okay, you can assign like this also. This is said to be an explicit declaration of constructor. This is you can directly give inside the code. Okay, there. Types of constructors. There are two types of constructors out there. First one is instant constructors. Then next one is static constructors. When taking an instance constructor, it is called whenever an instance of a class is created. Whenever you are creating an object, this instance constructor will be called automatically. Okay. Then static constructor. Static constructor means what? Static constructors are used to initialize the static variables of a class. Used to initialize the static variable of the class. I will give example for this. For this instance constructor, take this example. Here I created what I created here? I created an object. That means what? Instance of a class is created. Whenever we created an instance of a class, the constructor will called automatically. Which constructor? Which constructor? This is an instance constructor. Okay, instance constructor example. Then static constructor. Static constructors are used to initialize the static variables of a class. Okay, static constructors are used to initialize the static variables of the class. I will give you the example for that. See. I am creating a class 1. Then I am declaring a variable here in static. Okay, static int num1. Then I am declaring another variable here. Then I am creating a constructor. Inside the constructor, I am going to assign a value. When taking this code, here I declared number 1 variable in static. Okay, here I am not declared the number 2 variable in static. Okay, but I declared class in static. So it accepts this value. Why? This is because I declared this number 1 in static. Okay, so it will be okay for us. It will be okay. But when taking this code, it's not acceptable. It shows only error because since number 2 is a non-static variable in class 1. Is a non-static variable in class 1. Okay. Now is it clear for static constructor? Next we for destructor. Destructor used to release the instance of a class from memory. That means what? Instance of a class means what? Object. Destructor is used to release the unused objects from the memory. Okay. Then this program is written in C#. Okay, using system namespace name I gave calc, then class calculator. This is in class name, then I am declaring the variables in static. Then add number is a function. Then inside that I give an operation. After performing the operation, the value will be stored in total variable. Then after that, console.writeLine. WriteLine is used to print the value in var output screen. Okay. Then calculator. What is this? This is said to be an constructor. The method which has the same name as its class name is said to be an constructor. Inside the constructor, I initialize the variables. Okay. I am assigning the values to the variables here. Okay. After that, this is said to be an what? Destructor. Destructor also has the same name as its containing class name. Okay. Destructor also has the same name as its containing class name. Okay. But prefixed with tilde symbol. Okay. Inside that I gave one line to print. Then public static void main string arguments. Here I created an object using new keyword. Okay. For the class calculator. Okay. Then using that object, I am going to invoke this function add number. What will happen here? I initialize the variables here. So it assigns the value and after that performs the function, performs the operation and stores the values in total. Then it displays what? First it displays this, assigns the value, after that it prints constructor invoke. Okay. After that only what will happen? This operation will performed and store the value in total variable. After that it print the result is the total. Whatever the value stored in this total variable, that will be print here. Finally this line will be invoked. Destructor invoked. Okay. This will print on the output screen. Okay. That's all about the destructor. And here garbage collection. When you do not create an explicit destructor in your program, the garbage collector releases the memory for you. Okay, the garbage collector releases the memory for you. See here, garbage collection is a process that automatically frees the memory of objects that are no more in use. Okay, that are no more in use. Here, unused objects only going to destroy. Okay, objects get destroyed. Only unused objects are destroyed. Okay, and one more important thing is, an object is never destroyed if it holds the reference of another object. Okay, an object is never destroyed if it holds the reference of another object. Okay, here C# provides special methods, namely finalize and dispose. Okay, which are used to release the instance of a class from memory. Okay, when taking a finalized destructor, is a special method that is called from the class, to which it belongs or from the derived class. Okay, this destructor is called after the last reference to an object is released from the memory. This destructor is called after the last reference to an object is released from the memory. Okay, in .NET automatically runs the finalized destructor to destroy the objects in the memory. Okay, then here dispose method is also there. What is a dispose method? See here, dispose method is called to release a resource. Okay, dispose method is called to release a resource such as a database connection. Okay, as soon as the object using such a resource is no longer in use. Okay, unlike the finalized destructor, the dispose method is not called automatically. So when taking a finalized destructor, it automatically calls. Okay, the garbage collector of the CLR releases the object from the memory in finalized destructor. Okay, is automatically called and the garbage collector of CLR releases the object from the memory. But in dispose method, we should call iDisposable interface. Okay, we should call iDisposable interface contains the dispose method. Okay, that interface only contains the dispose method. Therefore, to call the dispose method, the class must implement the iDisposable interface. Okay, that's all about the garbage collection constructor and destructors. I hope you all understood about that. Thank you.